Have you ever have a difficult day and you wanted to share that with someone, but what they respond to you seem like they don't really understand you? It doesn't make you feel better or even can make you feel worse. Or have you ever listened to someone who's feeling bad? You truly want to help them, but seem like they cannot calm down yet and listen to what you say to them. Or you yourself consciously know about solution, but you just cannot act on that. You struggle with negative emotions and cannot get out of that. Especially during this COVID pandemic, many of us experience anxiety, stress, and mental breakdown. More than ever, we need to be shared and listened to. However, we hesitate to share with others because each of us already have our own issue. We don't want to put our burden on them more. Or there's a day that you heard someone cry over the phone and you feel powerless because you cannot do anything for them. You cannot hug them in person and cannot give any solution. None of us knows what's going to happen during this pandemic time. So in these cases, what we can do to help ourselves and help our loved ones when we have negative emotions. I am a hypnotherapist. I'm very happy and into my work to help people overcome their emotional pain, mental disorder, and inner conflicts, etc. Every working day, I have an average of 6 to 8 hours listening to clients. And some days I have more than 10 hours listening because my friends and loved ones like to share with me as well. Today I'd like to share with you how to help ourselves and others when we are at emotional state or mental breakdown. So let the magic of your mind come with me to my therapy room. It was a winter afternoon. I was sitting on my therapy chair. In front of me, there's a client who's talking about his hurtful experience and unwanted feelings for more than 1 hour already. I felt empathy with him and paying attention to what he keeps talking. It reminded me of my own story. In 2012, I had an episode of depression and suicidal thoughts. I felt very painful mentally inside, and every night I wish that I would not wake up tomorrow. I talk about that with my best friend many times. She couldn't help me to fix it, but she was there for me, listened to me with empathy. That made me feel that I was not alone with my own problems. She's always there for me, listen to me, non-judgment. And then on my birthday, she presented me a gift and a card that said, "If I cannot pull you up, at least I hold you here to not let you fall down deeper." It was a hug for me at that critical moment. And then later, I found my strength to overcome depression, healed my inner pain, and found my inner peace. From what I've learned about psychology and my own experience, it told me that when someone has negative emotions and thoughts, actually the first thing they need is not solution yet. The first thing they need is to have someone listen to them with non-judgment and empathy. Showing our empathy doesn't mean that we agree with their behaviors and thoughts, but it shows to them that we are there for them, they're not alone. Their painful emotion is not dismissed, is deserved to be validated and allowed to be expressed. They can cry if they feel like it too. Scientifically, A study conducted by UCLA psychology professor Matthew Lieberman found that putting emotion into words makes sadness, anger, and pain less intense. According to Lieberman and researchers, when we are angry, we increase activities in a part of our brain called the amygdala. The amygdala helps define and regulate emotions. The amygdala stores memories and associates those memories with specific emotion. When a negative emotion occurs, the amygdala will set up a series of alarm and biological responses to protect our body from danger. Usually, when someone confides to us, we tend to find solutions to help them out because we really care about them. However, sometimes we don't need to give solution right away because when they are emotional, their inner space is like a cup full of emotions and cannot receive anything more. First, we need to help them to relieve that emotion. Then later, their inner space will have some room to receive what we give them, solution or suggestions. That is already a solution for them at that time because emotional pain is invisible and cannot be seen as physical pain. So many times it is ignored and dismissed. Example, if we have a pain in one part of our body, would our friends and family say to us, "Hey, be positive, look at all the other side of your body is still healthy and can be used"? Or would they say to us, "Hey, come here, I will fix your broken and painful part of your body for you"? Or instead of that, they will take care of us and encourage us to see a doctor. Because when we are sick, our family and friends can help us, sit next to us, hold our hands, or support us to walk, but they do not have the expertise and knowledge as a professional doctor. And then image next that you arrive in the hospital. The doctor comes to you and would he ask you, the first question is, why do you have pain? Or would he give you the painkiller right away to dismiss the pain? Instead of that, the first questions he will ask are, where do you have pain? How long have you been in pain? Can you describe your pain to me? Same with emotional pain. We need to ask ourselves and others, name out each feelings that we have. I often ask people, can you name the unwanted feelings that you have? How long have you had those feelings? How often have you had those feelings? Because deep understand this, we have the doctor analyze and find the suitable treatment and medication for you. The psychotherapist will be able to find the root cause of your mental pain and heal it from within. Each emotion has its own meaning. It's telling us the state of our physical and mental health, so we know how to take care of ourselves. Example, none of us want to be angry, right? But the meaning of the anger is to tell us that there's something unfair happening or happened to us or our beloved ones. So we need to do something to protect ourselves and the others. Or the meaning of stress to tell you that you are overwhelmed because you lack of time, ability, or knowledge, etc., to complete your work and responsibility. You need to recharge yourself, rearrange your schedule, time, tasks. Or the meaning of lost to tell you that you are losing something valuable or a meaningful relationship in your life. You need to do something to save it. Besides, we also have the other feelings as being abandoned, rejected, criticized, empty, meaningless, numb, fear, etc. When someone has mental breakdown and calls us for help, beside other negative feelings they have, they often feel stuck and lonely. They feel stuck because their expectations and desires cannot be fulfilled, or there are pain and suffering that cannot be relieved. They feel lonely because they need someone to understand their feelings and sufferings. It would be great if we can help them to find solution, but if it is out of our ability and they cannot come down to listen to what we say to them or suggest to them yet, what we can do is at least we can be there, listen with empathy and non-judgment. That will help them to feel that they are not alone and there's still hope. Because stuck plus loneliness will lead to despair. Being fully present with empathy and deep understanding for your loved one over the phone or in person, that will help them to grow through the difficult moments mentally and even can save their life. So for now, I'd like you to take a few seconds to close your eyes and send a hug and blessing from your heart to yourself and the one you love and care about. Thank you.